Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, November 8th, 2024. All right, Thursday night football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, soccer, NASCAR, Formula One, news and notes, and best bet and Fab Five. All right, we'll start with Thursday night football. We will recap the games the game from last night, which was outstanding, and we will look ahead to the game on Sunday. Ravens over the Bengals, 35-34. Bengals have a 21-7 lead. They blow it, and then they trade back and forth at the end. Bengals go for 2 for the win. They don't get it. I think Zach Taylor did the right thing by going for 2. But it just didn't work out. And the Ravens are now 7-3. Cincinnati drops to 4-6. Lamar Jackson, 25-33, 290 yards, 4 touchdowns. Joe Burrow is outstanding, 34-56, 428 yards, and 4 touchdowns. All right, Sunday slate, 9:30, NFL Network. Giants, Panthers from Munich, Germany. So, my projection here is the Giants by 1.5, 12-43 and 7/20. And the Giants are favored in this game by 6.5, totals 4.5. That's ridiculous. The Giants shouldn't be favored by 6.5 against anybody. Come on, give me Carolina plus points. I think Carolina's live. I'm not going to pull the trigger on the plus 220. The Giants losing Carolina would be the equivalent of the Jets losing to New England from like a New York standpoint. You're a 6.5 point favorite, 7 point favorite, and you lose outright kind of thing. I don't think that's going to happen necessarily, but Carolina's going to keep this thing close. I'm surprised that the Giants are that big of a favorite. They're 2-7. They shouldn't be favored by that much against anybody. 1 o'clock on CBS. Broncos, Chiefs. My line's Chiefs by 9, total 41, and it's 7.5, 41.5. Very close. Slight lead Chiefs. Also on CBS. Probably my favorite game of Sunday. Steelers, Commanders. My line's the Commanders by 4.5, total 44.25. And it is 2.5 and 44.5. I'm going to lay the 2.5 of the Commanders. That's cheap. On Fox, Vikings, Jaguars. My line's the Vikings 8.5, total 47 and 3/10. And it's 7 and 44.5. Over. I'm also on Fox. Falcons, Saints. My line is the Falcons by a whopping 9, total 48.5. And it's 3.5 and 46.5. I'm laying the 3.5. Saints kind of traded some guys away and stuff, and they just lost to the freaking Panthers. 49ers, Buccaneers. My line is the Bucs by 2, total 52 and 9/20. I know San Francisco's going to be favored. Yeah, 6.5 and 50.5. Give me the Bucs plus the points. I think they can win outright. They're plus 235. I just think that that's high despite no Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. Like, what if the Niners done to be a 6.5 point favorite against a team that doesn't stink? It's not like they're playing the Giants or Carolina or New England. Bills, Colts on CBS. My line is the Bills by 3.5, total 45 and 1/5, and it is 3.5 and 47.5. Under. Patriots, Bears on CBS. I'm sorry, that's a Fox game. My line's the Bears by 7, total 39 and 9/10. And it is the Bears 6.5, total 38.5. Slight over. 4 o'clock on Fox. Titans, Chargers. My line's the Chargers by 13.5, total 38 and 3/10. And it is 7.5 and 38.5. I'm laying the points again with the Chargers. That's low. Tennessee stinks. 4:25 on CBS. Eagles, Cowboys. My line's the Eagles by 7, total 46 and 9/10 with Cooper Rush out there. And it's 7 and 43.5. I like the over a little bit, even without Dak. Like, Cowboys defense stinks, and the Phillies offense has kind of turned a corner. Jets, Cardinals. Mine's the Cardinals by 7, total 43 and the 20th, and it is Why are the fucking Jets favored? Why are the freaking Jets favored? The Jets by 1.5 total 46.5. Give me the Cardinals plus the points and plus 108. Like, give me a break. They beat the Texans because Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs were hurt. Come on. And last but not least, Sunday Night Football, 8 o'clock on NBC. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth on the call. My line is the Lions by 2.5 total 47 and 13/20. And it is 3.5 and 48.5. Slight lean Houston. All right, so there you have it for the NFL picks. All right, now we'll move on to college football. We'll recap the games from yesterday, and we'll look ahead to tonight and the weekend ahead. All right, Coastal Carolina over App State, 38-24. East Carolina over FAU, 49-14. All right, tonight, 8 o'clock, ACC Network, Cal Wake. Mine's Wake by 3, total 50 and 19/20. And it is Cal 7.5, total 54.5. Wrong. I don't get the hype towards Cal. Give me Wake plus the points and plus 220 outright. On Fox at 9 o'clock, Iowa, UCLA. Mine's Iowa by 5, total 47 and 13/20, and it's 5.5 and 44.5. Over. ESPN 2, Rice, Memphis. My line's Memphis by 12, total 51 and 2/5, and it's 7.5 and 51.5. I'm laying the 7.5 with Memphis. And 10:30 on Fox Sports 1, New Mexico and San Diego State. Mine's San Diego State by 5, total 62 and 17/20, and it is 2.5 and 66.5. Under. All right, now move on to Saturday. 12 o'clock on Fox, Purdue, number 2, Ohio State. Mine's Ohio State by 22.5, total 53.5, and it is, there's not a lot of 12 o'clock games, 37.5 and 53.5. I'm going to take Purdue to cover the big number. ESPN, Miami at number 4, Virginia Tech. My line is with Haynes King, Miami by 10.5, and without Haynes King, Miami by 15.5, total 16 to 20th, and it is Miami 10.5, total 63.5. So it looks like Haynes King's going to play. So I'm going to give out the under in spite of him playing. On ABC, Florida, number 5, Texas. Mine's Texas by 15, total 51 and 3/4. It's 22.5 and 47.5. I'm going to take Florida in the points, although Florida does have a lot of injuries. On NBC, Minnesota, Rutgers. Mine's Minnesota by 1, total 47.5, and it is Minnesota by 6, total 46.5. I'm going to take the State College of New Jersey plus the 6, the cover. They need 2 more wins for both Rutgers. So I kind of need this one. Syracuse, Boston College on CW. Mine's Syracuse by 3, total 53 and 17/20, and it is BC 1.5, total 52.5. So I'm going to take Syracuse plus the 1 in the hook and plus 106 outright. On Fox Sports 1, West Virginia, Cincinnati. Mine's Cincinnati 2.5, total 53 and 7/10. And it's 4.5, 55.5. I'm going to take West Virginia getting the 4.5. ESPNU, Texas State, UL Monroe. Mine's UL Monroe by 1.5, total 50 and 3/4. And it's Texas State 7.5, total 50.5. Oh, I'm taking UL Monroe plus the 7.5 and plus 255 outright. ESPN2, Navy, South Florida. My line's Navy 2.5, total 58 and 11/20, and it's 3.5 and 56.5. Over. 1 o'clock, Liberty, Middle Tennessee, CBS Sports Network. My line is Liberty 8.5, total 53 or 52 and 3/10, and it's 10.5 and 54.5. Under. 2:30 UConn UAB. My line's UConn by 7, total 57 and a 10th. And it's 7.5 and 55.5. Slight over. 3 o'clock Marshall Southern Miss. My line is Marshall by 8, total 53 and 3/4. And it's 13.5 and 53.5. I'm going to take Southern Miss getting the points. 3:30 ABC. Number 3 Georgia. Number 16 Ole Miss. Mine's Ole Miss by 1, total 53. And Georgia's favored by only 2.5, totals 55.5. I'm going to take Ole Miss plus the 2.5 and plus 122 outright. Something's just not right with Georgia lately. Carson Beck's not been good. This is a good one. So, on CBS, Michigan at number 8, Indiana. Mine's Indiana 10.5, total 52 and 3/10. And it's 14.5 and 49.5. I'm going to take Michigan getting the points. That's a lot of points for Indiana to be laying. Fox Sports 1, number 17, Iowa State at Kansas. Mine's Iowa State by 9, total 50 and 3/10. And Iowa State is only favored by 2.5, totals 50.5. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Iowa State. That's crazy. Next, number 23, Clemson at Virginia Tech. My line is Tech by 1, total 58 and 2/5. And it is 5.5 and 53.5. I'm going to take... am I going to go with Virginia Tech? Or am I going to go with the over? I'm going to go with Virginia Tech plus the 5.5, and I think they can win. They're plus 180. I think they actually are going to win. ESPN 2, number 25, Army against North Texas. My line's Army by 4, total 63 and 9/20. And it is 4.5 and 63.5. That's the closest projection I've had all show. Slight under. Duke NC State on the ACC network. Mine's Duke 2.5, total 54 and 3/4. And it is 3.5 and 51.5. I like the over. On the CW, San Jose State, Oregon State. My line is Oregon State 9.5, total 55 and 17/20. And it is 2.5 and 57.5. I'm laying it with Oregon State again. Back to the well. Next up, Georgia State, James Madison. My line is James Madison 16.5, total 53 and 1/10, and it is 16.5 and 53.5. Oh my God, that close. Slight under. 2 really, really close ones back to back. 4 o'clock on Fox, number 20, Colorado at Texas Tech. My line is Texas Tech by 3, total 62 and 1/10. It's Colorado 4.5, total 62.5. I'm taking Tech plus the 4.5 and plus 150. I don't think Tech is that bad. Everybody just loves Colorado because of Colorado. Kennesaw State UTEP. My line's UTEP 2.5, total 45 and 17/20. And it's 3.5 and 42.5. I'm going to go with the over. ESPNU Temple Tulane. Mine's Tulane by a whopping 17, total 58 and 1/10. And it's 26.5 and 50.5. Ooh. I'm going to take Temple getting the points. Next up, 4:15 South Carolina Vandy. I don't understand why Vandy's not in the college football playoff rankings, maybe because of the loss to Georgia State. Mine's Vandy 3.5, total 50 and 7/20. And South Carolina's freaking favored. Are you freaking kidding me? South Carolina's so freaking overrated. Just because they beat Texas A&M, we're going to put a minus by their name. I mean, is Vandy's quarterback hurt or something? Like, why the hell is South Carolina that big of a favor? Diego Pava's not hurt. Like, come on. I'm taking Vandy plus the points and plus 168 outright. Like, give me a freaking break. CBS Sports Network 4:30 Jacksonville State, Louisiana Tech. My line's Jacksonville State 2.5, total 54 and 1/10. And it's 9.5 and 55.5. I'm Give me Louisiana Tech getting the 9.5. I like a lot of games this week. 5 o'clock, Arkansas State, Louisiana. Mine's Louisiana by 9, total 55 and 3/20. And it's 14.5 and 60.5. So this is a good one. Where's the bigger edge? The under or Arkansas State? It looks like the play here is going to be Arkansas State getting the 14.5. 6 o'clock, Western Kentucky, New Mexico State. My line is Western by 9, total 53 and 3/10. And it's 18.5 and 52.5. Give me New Mexico State getting the points. That's a lot of points. 7 o'clock, Big Ten, Eric, Maryland, at number 1, Oregon. Mine's Oregon 16, total 53 and 3/4. It's 23.5 and 57.5. I'm going to take Maryland getting the big number. ESPN, Mississippi State at number 7, Tennessee. Mine's Tennessee 19.5, total 57 and 1/10. And it's 24.5 and 61.5. I'm going to take Miss State getting the points. ESPN 2, UCF, Arizona State. Mine's Arizona State 6.5, total 56 and 3/10. And it's 2.5 and 55.5. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Arizona State. Fox Sports 1, Oklahoma State, TCU. Mine's TCU by 7, total 61.25. And it's 10.5 and 67.5. I'm under. Next up, NBC, 7:30, Florida State at number 10, Notre Dame. Mine's Notre Dame by 21, total 45 and 1/5. I haven't seen a night game on NBC for Notre Dame, I don't think, all year. And it's 25.5 and 42.5. I'm going to take Florida State getting the points. Next up, ABC, my favorite game of college this weekend. Number 11, Alabama. Number 15, LSU. Probably the biggest game of the weekend. My line is LSU 2.5, total 55 and 9/10. I think game day's there, as they should be. And it's Bama 2.5, total 58.5. I'm going to take LSU in the points at plus 115. Alabama, I just don't think has it this year. And LSU, this is a pretty much an elimination game. I think the loser of this game doesn't make the playoff. And I think LSU gets it. 7:45 SEC Network, Oklahoma at number 24, Missouri. So Missouri is in the spot that Vanderbilt should be in. Missouri is, I project 7, total 46, and it is Oklahoma 1.5, total 41.5. I'm taking Missouri plus the points and plus 105 outright. Why is Oklahoma favored? What's Oklahoma done to be favored at Mizzou? 8 o'clock on Peacock, Washington, number 6, Penn State. I have Penn State 13, total 44 and 1/5. And it is 12.5 and 45.5. Close numbers, slight under. On Fox at 8 o'clock. Nevada, number 12, Boise State. I have Boise 20.5, total 62 and 3/10. And it's 24.5 and 60.5. I'll take Nevada plus the points. ACC Network, Virginia at number 18, Pitt. So Pitt's ranking was higher in the CFP rankings than in the AP poll. Mine's Pitt by 12, total 59 and the 20th, and it is 7.5 and 57.5. I think this is a bounce back spot for Pitt. I'm going to lay the points. 9 o'clock CBS Sports Network, UNLV, Hawaii. Mine's UNLV by 3, total 53 and 19/20. And it's 12.5 and 50.5. I'll take Hawaii in the points. 9:45 on Fox. So is one going to be on Fox, the other going to be on Fox 1? That's confusing. Maybe Fresno Air Force is probably Fox Sports 1. That's probably a mistake on the app. Fresno State Air Force, I have Fresno by 9, total 46 and a 10th. And it's 9.5 and 41.5. Over. And 10:15 on ESPN, number 9, BYU at Utah. Mine's BYU 3.5, total 47. And it's 3 and 40.5. I love the over in that game. And last but not least, 10:30 on the CW, Utah State at number 21, Washington State. Mine's Wazoo by a whopping 23, total 67 and 3/20. And it's 20.5 and 69.5. I'm going to lay the 20.5 with Wazoo. All right, college football or basketball. We're gonna go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. I did not do projections for today, but I'll give out picks to big games involving ranked teams or any notable like Power 5 or whatever. All right. Delaware over Robert Morris, 81-77. Penn over Maryland Eastern, 87-84. Stony Brook over Central Michigan, 73-72. In the Marquette Challenge. North Florida over Charleston Southern, 90-66. Wake over NCAT, 80-64. UAB over Southern Miss, 98-84. Number 21 Florida over Jacksonville, 81-60. Bucknell over Southern Indiana, 75-69 overtime. Loyola Chicago over Detroit Mercy, 87-65. Northern Iowa over Milwaukee, 87-68. DePaul over Prairie View, 92-59. Wisconsin over Montana State, 79-67. Iowa over Southern, 89-74. Omaha over Stetson, 79-76. Michigan State over Niagara, 96-60. SB over Florida A&M, 102-73. Illinois State over North Dakota State, 77-68. Air Force over Jacksonville State, 73-67. St. Mary's over Chattanooga, 86-74. USC over Idaho State, 75-69. Cal over Cal Poly, 91-73. UC Davis over Idaho, 79-75. And Utah over Central Arkansas, 98-63. All right, 1 o'clock, Gardner-Webb, NC Central. 4 o'clock, Florida and Stanford. 6 o'clock, Army number 7, Duke. Temple, Monmouth. This is at Monmouth. No, it's in Trenton. So that's a neutral. St. Peter's, UMass Lowell. Sanford, Cornell. IU, Indy, Xavier. UMBC, Penn State. On Big Ten Network. CBS Sports Network, VCU, BC in the Veterans Classic. That is in Annapolis. Fox Sports 2, Austin P. Butler. 7 o'clock, ESPN 2. Number 9, North Carolina. Number 1, Kansas. From Fog Allen. That's a big one, so we'll pick that one. Kansas is giving 7.5, totals 159.5. That's high. I'm gonna take Carolina getting the points. Northern Kentucky, number 14, Purdue. Morehead State, number 20, Cincinnati. Grambling at number 24, Ole Miss. St. Thomas, Green Bay. Georgia Southern, UNC, Wilmington. William Mary, Radford. South Florida, Charleston. Davidson, Bowling Green. Santa Bryant. Presbyterian, NC State. Holy Cross, Rhode Island. Hampton, George Washington. Murray State, Pitt. Purdue, Fort Wayne, UCF. SC State, South Carolina. Western Carolina, Queens. Eastern Kentucky, East Tennessee State. UMass, West Virginia. SC Upstate, Virginia Tech. Iona, Hofstra. St. Fran, PA, Clemson. Central Connecticut, St. Joe's. 7:30, South Alabama, Nichols. Furman, Belmont. Yale, Monroe, Tulane. Georgia State, Mississippi State. 8 o'clock, Arkansas State, number 2, Alabama. Texas A&M Commerce at number 13, Texas A&M. Easy Christian at number 9, Texas. Yale, UIC. Howard, Missouri. Mountain Mary's, Maryland on the Big Ten Network. On Peacock, SU Eversville, Illinois. Florida Gulf Coast, CCU. Princeton, Duquesne at 8:30 in Jersey Jam. Veterans Classic. Harvard, Navy on CBS Sports Network. Fox Sports 2, NJIT, Villanova. 9 o'clock on Peacock, George Mason at number 18, Marquette. Santa Clara, Arizona State. Northwestern, Texas Tech. Northern Colorado, Colorado. UC Riverside, BYU. 9:15, Long Beach State, South Dakota State. 9:30, the Rainbow Classic Pacific and San Jose State. That's at Hawaii. Texas State, Colorado State. BU San Diego at 10. UC Irvine, Loyola Marymount. Sac State, Fresno State. Big Ten Network, Montana, Oregon. Weber State, Oregon State. 11 o'clock, CBS Sports Network. New Mexico, number 22, UCLA. Bradley, Wazoo. And then Rainbow Classic, Lake Pacific in Hawaii at midnight. There's a lot of games Saturday, too. 12 o'clock, ACC Network. Number 12, Tennessee at Louisville. Little Rock, Winthrop. Fox Sports 2, Fordham, Seton Hall. 1 o'clock, Rice State, Miami of Ohio. Sacred Hearts, Dartmouth. 2 o'clock, Colgate Drexel. Delaware State Columbia. Toledo Marshall. Jackson State High Point. Fox Sports 2, Quinnipiac St. John's. At the Lou. Ryder Coppin State. 3 o'clock, Arkansas Pine Bluff Tulsa. VMI Bellarmine. Morgan State Longwood. 3:30 Peacock, Omaha, Minnesota. Lafayette LaSalle. 4 o'clock, Old Dominion, number 10, Arizona. Bucknell, number 23, Kentucky. UTEP, Utah Valley. Coastal Carolina, East Carolina. Charlotte, Utah State. Fox Sports 2, Fairfield, Georgetown. Cleveland State, Kansas State. St. Bonaventure, Canisius. Troy, New Orleans at 5. Wofford, Lipscomb, 6 o'clock. La Tech, Texas, Arlington. James Madison, Norfolk State. Santa Barbara, Portland. Memphis, UNLV. Marist, Richmond. Stonehill, Providence. 7 o'clock, Middle Tennessee, Abilene Christian. Vermont, Merrimack. Montana State, Wichita State. UNC Asheville, Ohio. North Dakota, UTSA. Florida State, Rice. 7:30 ESPNU, number 8, Baylor. Number 16, Arkansas. That's a good game. That's at American Airlines Center in Dallas. Northwestern, Dayton, 8 o'clock, Fox Sports 2, New Hampshire. Number 3, UConn. Sam Houston, Tarleton State. Western Kentucky, Grand Canyon. Youngstown State, Chicago State. Liberty, Seattle. Bethune, Nebraska. Kennesaw, Cal Baptist. FIU, Southern Utah, 9 o'clock. New Mexico State, Utah State. 9:30 on ESPNU. Number 11, Auburn. Number 4, Houston. That's at the Toyota Center in Houston. So that's a sort of neutral for Houston. 10 o'clock, Pepperdine, UC San Diego. Washington, Nevada. And then 10:30, Boise State, San Francisco. Sunday, 12 o'clock, Eastern Illinois. Number 17, Indiana. App State, Wisconsin. 1 o'clock, Southeast Missouri. Vandy, Niagara, Detroit. North Florida, Georgia Tech. ESPN 2, Michigan, Wake. Stephen F. Austin, Drake at 2. St. Francis, PA, Campbell. Harvard, American. Maine, Brown. Princeton, Northeastern. UC Irvine, Northern Iowa. Binghamton, Miami. St. Thomas, Oklahoma State at 3. Southeast Louisiana, UAB. 3:30, Texas Southern, Georgia. 4 o'clock, Tennessee State, Wyoming. 5 o'clock, ESPN, Arizona State at number 6, Gonzaga. That'll be in Spokane. So that's a Gonzaga home game. Fairleigh Dickinson, number 15, Creighton on Fox Sports 1. Alabama State, LSU. And then at 10 o'clock at night, Rainbow Classic, San Jose State, Hawaii. And the other game in Rainbow Classics, Life Pacific against Pacific. And then that's it for the weekend of college basketball. Now move on to the NBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday and then look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Timberwolves over the Bulls, 135-119. Bucks over the Jazz, 123-100. Spurs over the Blazers, 118-105. All right, tonight we have a nice slate of games. At 7 o'clock, Pacers Hornets. I have Indiana by 7. And it is Pacers by 7, total 235.5. We'll go with the over. Hawks Pistons, the Pistons by 1 3/4, and it is 1 226.5. I like the over. Pelicans Magic. My line is the Magic 7 3/4. And it is 6 213. I like the over. 7:30 Nets Celtics. I have the Celtics by 9.5. And it's 13 222. I'll take Brooklyn getting the points. No Jaylen Brown tonight. Warriors Cavs. My line is Cleveland 6. And it's 4.5 and 231. We go with the over. Bucks Knicks. I have Knicks by 8 1/4, and it's 7 223.5. I like the over. ESPN Suns Mavericks. That's a good game. Although you could make a case Warriors Cavs should have been ESPN. Maybe it should have been a 7 and 9:30 situation, but that's a good game. Suns Mavs. My line's the Mavs at 1 1/4, and Dallas is favored by 2.5. Total 232. I'm going to take the under. I think that's a high total for those teams. 8 o'clock, Wizards, Grizzlies. I have Grizzlies by 8. And it is 7 and 231. I'm going to go with the over. Rockets, Thunder. My line is the Thunder 7.5. And it's 8.5, 221.5. I'm going to go with the under. 9 o'clock, Blazers, T-Wolves. Mine is the T-Wolves by 13 and 3/4. And it is 12.5, 220.5. I am nailing all the lines pretty much, but it's just the totals. I didn't do totals today. And it is, I'm going to go with the under in that one as well. Heat, Nuggets. My line's the Nuggets by 3 and 3/4. And it's 3.5, 222.5. I'll go with the under. 10 o'clock, ESPN, Sixers, Lakers. Minus the Lakers by 13. And it's 7 and 221.5. I like the Lakers minus the points. No Embiid or Maxey tonight. And then Clippers, Kings at last but not least. My line's the Kings by 10. And the 6.5 and 223. I'm going to lay the 6.5 with the Sacramento Kings. All right. Saturday. Only 5 games on Saturday. 5 o'clock, NBA TV, Jasper, 7:30, Bulls, Hawks. Also on NBA TV, Nets, Cavs, and 10:30 NBA TV. Raptors, Clippers. All right, Sunday's a big day. 3 o'clock, Rockets, Pistons. 3:30, Celtics, Bucks. 5 o'clock, Knicks, Pacers. 6 o'clock, Wizards, Magic. 7 o'clock, Hornets, Sixers. Heat, T-Wolves, Warriors, Thunder. 8 o'clock, Mavs, Nuggets. Kings, Suns, Grizzlies, Blazers at 9. 9:30, Raptors, Lakers. All right, now move on to the NHL. We'll recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Sabres over the Rangers 6-1. Bruins over the Flames 4-3 in overtime on a game winner by Brad Marchand. Isles over the Sens 4-2. Panthers over the Preds 6-2. Devils over the Habs 5-3. Canes over the Pens 5-1. Flyers over the Lightning 2-1 to shootout. Utah over the Blues 4-2. Stars over the Blackhawks 3-1. Jets over the Avs 1-0. Canucks over the Kings 4-2. Wild over the Sharks 5-2. All right, only 4 games tonight. 7 o'clock, Red Wings, Maple Leafs. The Leafs are minus 182. The Red Wings are plus 150 over under 6.5. Over is plus 106. Under is minus 130. Red Wings plus 1.5 is minus 168. Leafs minus 1.5 plus 136. I'm going to go with the over at plus money. 7:30 on ESPN Plus and Hulu. Penguins, Capitals. Caps minus 176. Pens plus 146. Over under 6.5. Minus 110 each way. Pens plus 1.5 is minus 170. Caps minus 1.5 plus 138. I like the over. 10 o'clock, Wild Ducks. Wild minus 182. Ducks plus 150. Over under 6.5. Over is plus 116. Under is minus 142. Wild minus 1.5 plus 138. Ducks plus 1.5 is minus 170. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Wild in regulation. Oh, no, that's minus 120. So we'll go alternate under 5.5 plus 114 instead. And then Golden Knights, Kraken. Golden Knights minus 142. Kraken plus 118. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 108. Unders minus 132. Vegas minus 1.5 plus 152. Kraken plus 1.5 is minus 92. I like the Kraken at home as a dog. I'm going to take them outright at plus 118. That's the reason that line's so low. All right, Saturday, 1 o'clock, Flames, Sabres, 3 o'clock, Stars, Jets, 6 o'clock, Flyers, Panthers, 7 o'clock, NHL Network, Suns, Bruins, Rangers, Red Wings, Habs, Leafs, Caps, Blues, Devils, Isles at 7:30, 8 o'clock, Utah, Preds, 9 o'clock, Canes, Avs, Jackets, Kings, and 10 o'clock, Oilers, Canucks. Sunday, 7 o'clock, Sharks, Devils, Wild, Blackhawks, and 8 o'clock, the Blue Jackets against the Ducks. All right, now move on to soccer. We'll go over the results of note, and then we'll look ahead to everything over the weekend and today. Europa League. Galatasaray over Tottenham 3-2. Union SJS Roma 1-1 draw. Olympiacos Rangers 1-1 draw. Knives FC 22-2 draw. Athletic over Ludogorets 2-1. FCSB over Midtjylland 2-1. Elfsborg Braga 1-1 draw. Frankfurt over Slavia Prague 1-0. FK Karabag over Bodo Glimt 2-1. Victoria Plzen over Real Sociedad 2-1. RFS Anderlecht 1-1 draw. Man United over PAOK 2-0. Hoffenheim Lyon 2-2 draw. Ferencváros over Dynamo 4-0. Lazio over FC Porto 2-1. Ajax over Maccabi 5-0. AZ Alkmaar over Fenerbahce 3-1. Conference League results. Viking are over Banja Luka 2-0. KAA Gent over Oman 1-0. Olimpija over HJK Helsinki 2-0. Shamrock over the New Saints 2-1. Rapid Van over Petrocub 3-0. Paphos over FC Astana 1-0. Legia Warsaw over Dynamo Minsk 4-0. FKTSC over FC Lugano 4-1. Lask Linz and Circle Brugge 0-0 draw. St. Gallen over Larn 2-1. Guimarães over M. Bolslav 2-0. Jaglonia over Molde 3-0. Heidenheim over Hearts 2-0. Dujardin over Panathinaikos 2-1. Chelsea over FC Noah 8-0. Apollo over Fiorentina 2-1. Betis over NK Celje 2-1. Copenhagen and Istanbul BB 2-2 draw. All right, now let's look at the weekend. Premier League tomorrow, 10 o'clock on Peacock, Brentford Bournemouth. On USA, Crystal Palace Fulham. And the rest of them are two more on Peacock, on West Ham Everton and Wolves Southampton. On USA, 12:30 Brighton Man City, 3 o'clock on Peacock, Liverpool Aston Villa. And then Sunday, 9 o'clock on Peacock, Man United Leicester. On Peacock, Nottingham Forest Newcastle. On USA, Tottenham Ipswich, 11:30 on USA, Chelsea and Arsenal. All right, MLS. Salt Lake, Minnesota was canceled. I don't know why they canceled a MLS playoff game. And then tonight, 10:30, LAFC Vancouver series is tied 1-1. LAFC minus 185, Vancouver plus 420, draw plus 330. LAFC is going to win that game. They're a big game team. We're going to go over 3.5 goals plus 144. All right. Saturday, 4 o'clock, Cincinnati and NYCFC. Cincy minus 125, NYCFC 3-1. The draws plus 280. We're going to go under 2.5 goals plus 136. 6 o'clock, Orlando, Charlotte. Orlando minus 125, Charlotte plus 310, draw plus 270. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 102. 8 o'clock, Miami, Atlanta series tied 1-1. Miami minus 290, Atlanta plus 550, draw plus 420. I'm going to go with under 3.5 goals at minus 102. And why is Seattle, Houston canceled as well? I don't. And then the Red Bulls in Columbus. I don't understand why they canceled some playoff games. Well, I'll need to get into that later. And the Women's League. So I guess they're just rescheduling those games for some reason. All right, tonight on Prime Video, Orlando, Chicago. This is also a playoff game. So might as well give it out. So Orlando's minus 410, Chicago's plus 950, draw plus 470. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals plus 124. And then Saturday at noon on CBS, KC, North Carolina. KC minus 95, North Carolina 5-1, the draws plus 330. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 107. And then Sunday, 12:30 on ABC, Washington Bay FC, and 3 o'clock ABC, Gotham, Portland. I'm going to say Washington and Gotham win those games. Liga MX, tonight, 8 o'clock, Querétaro Santos, and 10 o'clock, Mazatlan Unam. Saturday, 6 o'clock, Guadalajara Athletic San Luis, 8 o'clock, Pachuca Juarez, Toluca America, and 10 o'clock, Cruz Azul Tigres. And then Sunday, 6 o'clock, Necaxa, Alas, 8 o'clock, Monterrey Leon, and 10 o'clock, Tijuana and Puebla. German Bundesliga today, 2:30, Union Berlin Freiburg. Saturday, 9:30, Mainz Dortmund. ESPN 2, St. Pauli Bayern. Bochum Leverkusen, Bremen Holstein Kiel, and 12:30, RB Leipzig and Gladbach. 9:30, Augsburg Hoffenheim, 11:30, Stuttgart Frankfurt, and 1:30, Heidenheim Wolfsburg. And then today at 3 o'clock, Real Las Palmas in La Liga. And then Espana Valencia got postponed. And then 8 o'clock tomorrow, Real Madrid, Osasuna, 10:15, Villarreal Alaves, and 3 o'clock, Leganes Sevilla. And then Sunday, 8 o'clock, Betis Celta Vigo, 10:15, Mallorca Atletico, 12:30, Getafe Genoa Valladolid Athletic, and 3 o'clock, Real Sociedad and Barcelona. Race Serie A today, 2:45, Lecce Empoli. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Venezia Parma, 12 o'clock, Cagliari Milan, 2:45, Juventus Torino. And then Sunday, 6:30, Atalanta Udinese, 9 o'clock, AS Roma Bologna, Fiorentina Verona, 12 o'clock, Monza Lazio, and 2:45, Inter Milan and Napoli. French League 1 today, 2:45, Marseille Auxerre. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Strasbourg Monaco, 1 o'clock, Lens Nantes, 3 o'clock, Angers PSG. And then Sunday, 9 o'clock, Nice Lille, 11 o'clock, Le Havre AC Reims, Montpellier Brest, Rennes Toulouse, and 2:45, Lyon and Saint Etienne. And then playoff games in USL tomorrow night, 6:30, Colorado and Orange County. Colorado minus 210. Orange County's 5-1. The draw is 3-1. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at minus 112. 7:30, Louisville, Rhode Island. Louisville minus 445. Rhode Island plus 310. The draw is 3-1. We'll go over 3.5 goals plus 120. And 9:30, New Mexico, Vegas. New Mexico plus 115. Vegas plus 195. Draw plus 230. I'm going to go with New Mexico at home at plus 115. And then Sunday, 3 o'clock, Charleston, Tampa. Charleston minus 30, Tampa plus 290, draw plus 270. I'm going to go with over 3.5 goals at plus 142. ELC today, 3 o'clock, Watford, Oxford United. Tomorrow, 7:30, Cardiff, Blackburn, Borough, Luton, Stoke, Millwall. 10 o'clock, Derby, Plymouth. Leeds, QPR, North City, Bristol City, Portsmouth, Preston, Sunderland, Coventry. And then Sunday, 7:30, Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Hull, West Brom, and 10 o'clock, Burnley, Swansea. Dutch Eredivisie, today, 2 o'clock, FC Utrecht and Heracles. Saturday, 10:30, FC Groningen, Sparta, 2:45, PEC Zwolle, Fortuna, 2 o'clock, NAC Breda, PSV, and 3 o'clock, RKC, Waldwick, and NEC. And then Sunday, 6:15, Almere Feyenoord, 8:30, FC 20 Ajax, Heerenveen Go Ahead Eagles, and 10:45 AZ Alkmaar and Willem 2. Scottish Premiership. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, Dundee United, Ross County, Hibernian, St. Mirren, Motherwell, St. Johnstone, 12:30 Aberdeen and Dundee. And then Sunday, 10 o'clock, Kilmarnock Celtic, and 12 o'clock, Rangers Hearts. And then the Pro League. Just starting right now, Al Hilal, Al Ettifaq. Coming up at 10:20, Al Ali and Al Raid. At noon, Al Raida, Al Nasser. And then Saturday, 9:30, Al Fateh, Al Khalij. 10:15, Al Wada and Damak. And at noon, Al Toon and Al Akdod. All right, so there you have it for all the soccer. Now move on to NASCAR. There's no golf this weekend. So NASCAR. So this is the last weekend of NASCAR. So, that's pretty sad. So, tonight, the NASCAR Craftsman's Truck Series Championship race. So I'm going to look up who's left in the playoff picture while I pull up the odds for the races. So it's between Grant Effinger, Christian X, Ty Majeski, and Corey Heim for the title. The race is tonight at 8 o'clock. It's going to be on Fox Sports 1. My pick to win the race. So Effinger is plus 550. Corey Heim's the favorite at plus 145, which is crazy. Ty Majeski's plus 425. Christian X is plus 285. So top four of the title have the best four odds. I'm going to say Ty Majeski wins plus 425. If there's a long shot I like, I'm going to bet Rose at 22-1. All right, Xfinity. Their race will be tomorrow night at 7:30 from Phoenix. That will probably be on Peacock in USA. My guess is that race is going to be on USA. The top four in Xfinity: Austin Hill, AJ Allmendinger, Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier. To win the race, Cole Custer's plus 320. Justin Allgaier is plus 330. Alric Almirola, I don't know why he's in there. Austin Hill to win the race is 11-1. That's pretty good. Chandler Smith, who's in fifth in the standings, is plus 450. He's not in the playoff. And then, AJ Allmendinger, 16-1. He's up there as well. So they're all at 4,000 points, and then the stage points. Austin Hill's in the lead. I'm gonna say Austin Hill wins. He's 11-1, and I think he wins the championship. And then the Cup Series, Sunday 3 o'clock on NBC. And then the Cup Series Final Four is Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, and William Byron. It's a good Final Four. Ryan Blaney's a plus 350 favorite in Phoenix. Joey Logano is plus 650. William Byron is plus 650 also, as is Tyler Reddick. I think Tyler Reddick wins the whole thing. He's plus 650. If there's any long shots for the race that could just win the race regularly, I'm going to say Martin Truex Jr. at 20-1 is a good value play. All right, there you have it for NASCAR Formula 1. We forgot to talk about the race from Sunday. Yeah, we did forget to talk about the race from Sunday, the Brazilian Grand Prix. We don't have a race this weekend, though. There's no Formula 1 until November 24th in Vegas. So Max Verstappen finally snapped out of it last weekend in Brazil. Coming in second, Esteban Ocon. Coming in third was Pierre Gasly. Fourth, Gage Russell. Charles Leclerc was fifth. Lando Norris seventh. Yuki Tsunoda seventh. Oscar Piastri eighth. Liam Lawson ninth, and Lewis Hamilton 10th. The rest, Sergio Perez, Oliver Bierman, Valtteri Bottas, Fernando Alonso, G.Y. Zhu, Carlos Sainz Jr., Franco Colapinto, Alex Albon, Lance Stroll, and in the rear was Nico Hulkenberg. So again, the next race is in Vegas on November 24th, and then it's Qatar on the 1st, and then the finale December 8th from Dubai Grand Prix. So 3 races left in Formula 1, so I just wanted to check in on Formula 1 real quick. All right, news and notes. There's some things that we have to get to. Carolina wants to work it out with Bryce Young as they dismiss trade calls for him, as they should. And this is so laughable. Jerry Jones is obviously getting heat for the Mingo trade as rivals are confused about it. At first, I thought that it said Jerry Jones was confused by the mock of the media, which I wouldn't put it past it. Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator, is to be selective, as he'll be very careful about picking head coaching job if he leaves Detroit. Chuba Hubbard got a contract extension, 4 years, $33.2 million, $15 guaranteed. I don't hate that extension for Hubbard. He didn't get overpaid there. Kyle Hamilton avoids a serious injury as he sprained his ankle. Looks like Christian McCaffrey's coming back on Sunday against the Bucks. So that's interesting. And Keaton Mitchell came back last night against the Bengals. Oh, shoot. Trevor Lawrence unlikely to play Sunday due to a shoulder injury. So let me change that projection. So that would make Minnesota 13.5 if he doesn't play. So Bronny James got assigned to the G League as he's expected to debut for the South Bay Lakers on Sunday. Golden State is in the market for a big trade as they're the likeliest team to make a blockbuster deal this season. The Bulls are expected to put Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic on the trade block at some point this season, which doesn't surprise me. How about this? Florida is keeping Billy Napier for 2025 despite 15-18 overall record. I don't think Florida's been that bad this year. They've been a better team than I thought. I thought they were going to be a dumpster fire. That turned out to be Florida State. Shaden Sharp came back last night for Portland. Devin Vassell will be back against the Jazz. Giannis came back from injury against the Jazz last night. Tyrese Maxey had missed multiple weeks with a right hamstring injury. Full evaluation came yesterday, so that's brutal for Philly. Absolutely brutal. Mbappe will be out for France squad as he won't be there as they face Israel and Italy in Nations League. Young Player of the Year goes to Diego Luna of Real Salt Lake. For soccer, but the big soccer news of yesterday, the Philadelphia Union fired Jim Curtin after 10 years. I think this was a panic move by the Union. Jim Curtin's a good coach. They just had one bad year. That just proves that one bad year and you're fired. Like, this might happen to Zach Taylor in Cincy, although I don't think Zach Taylor's a great coach, but it could happen to Zach Taylor. But that's what proved to be. So it's going to be interesting to see who the Union hire. You know Jim Curtin's going to be coaching somewhere else next year. And he was a guy that was being talked about as a Team USA candidate to replace Berhalter. But obviously USA didn't go there. But we'll see what happens with Jim Curtin. He'll land back on his feet somewhere. But sometimes time runs its course in sports. But I do think that the Union, there's a possibility that they may have made a mistake here. Because I like Jim Curtin, good coach. But I understand why they did it. So there you have it. News and notes. Best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I love this one play in particular in college football. A home underdog getting points tonight. So best bet yesterday lost. I had Charleston Southern getting the points against North Florida. That didn't work out. In college basketball. So college football, I'm taking Wake getting the 7.5. I'm going to lay a 50th on this game, and that's going to be the Fab 5 number as well. So Wake Forest getting 7 in the hook against Cal. And now we'll go to the Fab 5. All right. There's a lot of games I like in college football this weekend. First, I'm going to go with Yale Monroe getting 7 in the hook against Texas State. Yale Monroe is a better team than people give them credit for. And they're just been dog week after week, and they come through. So I'm going to take Yale Monroe getting 7 and the hook. Pick number 2. I'm going to go back to the well and pick Oregon State against San Jose State. I just think Oregon State is that much better than San Jose State, and they're going to win and cover that game at home. Pick number 3 of the Fab 5. I'm going to take Vanderbilt getting the 5.5 at home against South Carolina. I just think that Vandy has been a cover machine all year, and they've been overlooked all year. It's kind of like Yale Monroe. So I'm going to take Vanderbilt getting the 5 and the hook against South Carolina. Pick number 4. I am going to pick a bounce back spot. I'm going to lay points with Pitt at home against Virginia. I just don't think Virginia's any good, and I feel like this is a bounce back spot for Pitt. So I'm going to lay the points. And then pick number 5, I'm going to take... I was going to take Wazoo. But because it's a rivalry game and the total's so low, I'm going to go with the over in the BYU-Utah game. I just think that total is just extremely low. 23-20 and I win. So I'm going over 40.5 and BYU-Utah. The underdog outright pick. I'm going to take Yale Monroe at plus 255 against Texas State. All right, the NFL Fab 5. A little bit trickier than the college Fab 5. And I'm giving you guys a heads up. I might save one for Monday. All right, pick number 1. I'm doing it again. I'm picking against the Giants for the 3rd Fab 5 in a row. But I'd rather pick against them as a favorite than as an underdog. So I actually can root for the Giants to win a close game. I just think the Panthers are going to hang around. Like, a team that's 2-7 shouldn't be favored by 6.5 points against anybody. So That's the simple logic there. So I'm going to take Carolina at plus 6.5 there. Pick number 2 in the Fab Five. I want to stay away from Minnesota only because of Lawrence potentially being out. So that's going to be a stay away. I'm going to go back to the well. I'm going to take Atlanta minus 3.5 against the Saints. I know new coach theory. Everybody's saying it. But this Atlanta team is on a nice little run right now. I'm going to say New Orleans is competitive, but New Orleans has so many injuries. Like, people forget that. So I'm going to lay 3.5 with Atlanta. Pick number 3, I'm going to take the Bucs getting 6.5 at home against the 49ers. I just think that that's a trap game for San Francisco. Pick number 4, I absolutely love the Chargers minus 7.5 against the Titans. The Chargers were good to me against the Saints a couple weeks ago. I think they're going to be good to me again here. Pick number 5 is going to be the Monday night game because I have a big edge 2 ways. So I'm going to hold off pick number 5 until Monday Night Football. But I am going to give out an underdog outright pick. And that is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at plus 235. This is just based on value. I don't think Mike Evans is going to be back this week, but I think it's worth a shot because I know McCaffrey's back, but there's still other injuries on San Francisco. And I think Baker's going to play well. So I'm going to take the Bucs at plus 235 to knock off San Francisco as my upset pick of the week. So there you have it for the Fab Five, and there you have it for the show. And I'll be back on Monday with the final Fab Five pick because that's going to be on Monday night. And then we'll also do a lot more. Hope you guys have a great weekend, everybody.